On this day on March 19th, 2003, marks the official start of the Iraq War. The war started with a coalition bombing campaign which would come to be known as Operation Shock and Awe. Hey, what is up YouTube? I'm back again with another video. So I showed you guys the unboxing of a sealed MSA Advantage 1000. So now I'll do a review of the mask. So without further ado, here's the mask. So before I was waiting on some accessories, and now this is complete. So here's the carrier that I bought for the mask. It's a generic police one. I think this might be an old Gauls one, I'm not sure. The Gauls ones today have two pockets, one on each side. This only has the one, but it says made in China, so I'm not sure. But you have leg straps, a vertical strap that's tucked in the back to put on a belt, and then you also have this shoulder strap, which is removable. So you can wear this like this on a hip using the belt strap, kind of like a drop leg holster, or you could wear it kind of traditional military style where you use this as the waist strap and then use the leg securing straps, or you could just over the shoulder like this, and that would work too. You still have access to the pocket or the mask. The construction of this carrier isn't bad. It does have a single drain hole in the bottom and a Velcro and Fastex style buckle opening, or I guess closure system. Here's something that I thought was really interesting and a cool design, is that it has this Velcro cover, so your bag isn't always Velcroed shut, so it allows you to have a quieter access to the mask or faster. And then it has these two like bunny ears closure just to help keep it closed. And this entire carrier is waterproofed, so you don't necessarily need one of these, but I put one in there anyways. So now you can see the mask. We'll pull it out, and I have the tinted lens over it, and you can see that that's all there is to it on the inside of the carrier. The side that faces your body is padded, and then the rest is just a single layer nylon. It's designed to be very, very light and compact. This bag is designed for like SWAT teams or MRT teams, or SRT teams and stuff like that. So it's got a law enforcement design. It's not necessarily designed for like an NBC, like a quick access to carrier. This is basically just the bare minimum. So here's the mask, and it's got a filter cover. I could take that off and run two filters, or if I'm a left-handed shooter, I could put this cover on this side and have the filter on this side. It's got a voice diaphragm, which you can use, I think it's the ESP2 voice amplifier attachment, and then the exhale valve. There is no drinking tube on this mask. It's a size medium, made by MSA. A 5-point head harness. It's different than the ones on the Millennium. Those ones are metal, these ones are plastic. And show you guys the inside. The face piece is even different as well. So this is closer to, it looks really small for a medium, but it actually is a medium. This is very, very close, pretty much exactly the same on how the SCBA masks were on our fire department back when I used to be a firefighter. We used the MSA G1s, and they looked identical to this, like in a V, and you wouldn't believe that they're medium, but they actually, once you put it on, it it feels good. It's a good fit. I have the clear lens on there. You can see that the fitting is just a little bit off from the MCU series or MSA Millennium, but they will fit. And I have the tinted one. The first one got lost in the mail, and the seller was nice enough to send me 2 and some paracord, so that was really nice of him. And of course, here's the filter. Now this uses bayonet style filters, which I am not a fan of at all. I think these can be tricky sometimes. There you go. And then in this pocket I have a sealed expired filter. So that's pretty much all the accessories that I have for it. That's really all you need. I'll go ahead and don the mask for you guys. Because of how this filter is, it makes it very difficult to seal check it because of all the individual holes. So what I would recommend is maybe something like a Ziploc bag or a grocery bag to cover the entire thing, because I can't actually cover the entire filter with just my palm, you know, so it makes it harder to do a seal check. But the voice diaphragm is very clear in my opinion. It's, as far as I know, it's the same on the Millennium and the MCU series. I think even the M40 series, even though those weren't made by MSA. But I really like it. And then you can see, and you notice this during the unboxing, but right around here, it is discolored. It's turned to brown. Even though that it was sealed in the package, never exposed to daylight, and it did that. That's a problem with these masks. These and the Millenniums do that. Of course, the MCUs are very bad at doing that. But my biggest complaint about this mask is that how quickly it is to break the seal on this thing. So if you just move these caps, I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but air is coming in from this side. That's unfiltered. So that's just the air in the environment. So they market this thing for riot control, but if you're in a confrontation with somebody and you bump either of these, I mean, that's letting the air in the environment into your mask. So if you're in an environment with riot control agents, you're going to get exposed to that. So I really don't like how easily it is to take these off. Now maybe it'll be better if I ran 2 filters, but this one is just about the same too. Maybe a little bit better, but I'm not sure. And you guys can see the filter intakes, or the air intake right there. So I don't know. I could see this being very helpful for industrial use, but if you're planning on using this for riot control, I'd stick with the Millennium. They call this the advantage, I'd call it the disadvantage. If I wasn't a Breaking Bad fan, I would probably sell this. This is the gas masks used by the SWAT team and by Walter and Jesse early on during Breaking Bad. These are the masks that he steals from their high school. They are cool masks, but as far as actual use, I am a little surprised. To be fair, there's not really any other masks out there in this price range marketed for law enforcement use. These run in the $400 to $500 range when you buy them from a distributor. So for a full face respirator marketed for what it is for, that's actually a pretty fair price. This one I think was $80 on the surplus market. You guys can get them for pretty cheap on eBay and stuff like that. So unless if you absolutely want one for your collection, or you can find one for like $30 or cheaper, then go ahead and do it. But other than that, I'd kind of pass on these. They do make a great costume piece, like I mentioned, for Breaking Bad. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It seems kind of like a flop for me, just because of the bayonet filters. I mean, that completely defeats the purpose of the gas mask. So if it was anything else, maybe you'd let it slide, but I don't know. So there's my review of the MSA Advantage 1000 and all the accessories. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention, buying it new, it'll come in a case like this, kind of like what you saw in my unboxing. And I made the mistake of calling this thing just a temp cover. It wasn't until after I opened it did I realize that they do provide, so this is a cover that you would peel off this adhesive cover and attach it to the lens. So if you didn't have this piece, the actual hard one, if you bought it new, you would just stick that on there and it would stick with this adhesive. That's another thing that our SCBAs used to come with. I don't think they still do, but old Fire SCBAs used to have this thing, and you can find them new, old stock sometimes with them. So that's kind of cool that they actually did include a lens cover for this. Of course, if you take that off, you will have adhesive on the face piece that you'll have to use like Goo Gone for or something like that. But right now on eBay, these things are actually pretty cheap. This is a refurbished one that I got for like $10 after shipping. So I mean, I would rather stick with one of these, but it is very cool that they included that for brand new ones. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up my review. If you guys have any questions about this thing, I'll do my best to answer them below. And as always, have a nice day.